everybody, it's day 79 and today's project is meant to be about inspired by Mum. I think we've already done that in this 100 days, so I've decided to change this one up today to be something different. I have this big Reader's Digest atlas that I got for about $2 at the shop, at the second-hand shop. And I was wondering, I knew I wanted to make something from it, and I was wondering, and I was just doodling around on the internet, as you do, and trying to work out what might be something good. And I saw Deborah at, where's my little book, The Attic, I think she says it's Deborah from The Attic. Where's my book? But the actual YouTube page is Attic Lane, and that's Deborah. So Deborah was making a little travel kind of map from maps that you pick up when you're traveling, fold out thing, and so I've got a little bit of a start on it. I gessoed some of the pages and I have folded them up and sewn along the bottom. And I've also sewn a little card on, so there's a little tuck spot. These are little tuck spots. So I did get a start on it. I did try to record the video already and went, no, I'm just doing my usual waffling. No one wants to hear that. So I've got another page here, and I just want to show you what I did here to join it on. So this is 3 separate pages. And I'm going to join this side, and I will sew. I've sewn along the bottom of all of them. I've sewn anything that's got something attached to it, and which also sews down the sides. And I will be sewing down the middle here, and then that'll seal this properly. And so what I'm doing is making another one of these here. Now this one had a whole thing about space, so it was really black, so gessoing that has given a bit more of a page to do something with. Like so. So we need the glue. I found with the other one it was easier to put it down this way and do it this way. And same for this side. So I hope everyone's well today. I'm at day 5 of lockdown. Second lockdown here in Victoria. And I think I said yesterday, I don't really mind if a couple of people have rung me to say, how are you going? Are you doing all right? And I'm sort of like, well, you know, last year... Last year was such a big year. I had surgery and I was recovering, and then the COVID thing happened, and I'm just kind of used to it, but I'm also fairly introverted, so I'm quite happy sitting here doing this. Got a jigsaw on the go. Got my crafting room going. Happy as Larry, as the saying goes. I don't know if that's a saying in your country. It's a saying in my country. Here's Larry. I don't know who Larry is, but anyway. Okay, so now we've got this. Let's put that under. This is the paper I used to gesso. Okay, so it's a trifold. Or is it one? It's probably probably not a trifold, it's probably a lots of fold. Okay, so we've got a tuck spot, a tuck spot, a tuck spot. We've got these joined, which I'm going to sew in a second. Tuck spot, these joined, tuck spot. And over here, this is some, I used 125 GSM paper, and I printed out the dots that are from Donna, not Donald, Donna, sorry Donna, you're not Donald at all. Donna's tutorial, which I linked in a previous video, so go and have a look. And what I did was I noticed, now, whose page was it? Oh my goodness, I think it might have been, oh, I hope I get it right. Maybe I won't say, and I'll go and hunt it up and I'll put it down in the link. They'd put a list of all the things they can't live without. Anyway, it was designed to be a prompt, but for me, I just liked it, and so what I did was I put it into a Word document and I printed it onto this paper. Now this was I tea stained this with a doily. You can see a bit of the pattern. It's not fully obvious, but it's fine. And then I ran this bit of paper through my printer and just printed out my Word document on top of this. And I've sewn it in. So on the back here, if you wanted to fold that a little bit, which I actually am just going to do, because there you have an actual, like a full writing page here. And you've got inspiration. If you're away on holidays, if you get lonely or if you get homesick, you can look at your little list. I talk about holidays as if I'm going on one in a short time. Not likely, is it? Being locked down again. I'm just going to quickly sew those, and I've sewn it along the bottom. I just got to sew these two. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so I have sewn these, just snipping these off. And yes, the sewing machine did cark it for a minute, but got it good. It's going now, it's working fine. That's what happens. That's why I don't do it on camera. It'd take 5 hours. No, it wasn't too bad. Okay, so we have got this little pull-out thing. Just going to round that. That's better. It's a bit softer. Now, something else, while I was mucking around last night, I printed out on just a normal bit of printer paper, just normal, but I've pasted it onto the back of some, just out of a book, and sewn around. So I've got a little journaling writing card spot here. And this is, I got out a sheet of 125 GSM, I think it is, because it's more card-like. No, actually, I think it's more like 210. This is more card-like, and I've just sewn down a little side. So I've already got a couple of things that'll work with this. Okay. So as it is, this is ready to go. We've got our little, I could end up, possibly, I'll wait and think about it. I may do that down the middle, just one, straight stitch. When I was looking at this, I realised that I wanted to do this because I really love it, but one thing I noticed was that being a fair size already, getting it, if I sew in one of these as a signature, these are going to be really close. Like they're all, unless they're all done as individual signatures into the spine, I think, which I don't think is practical, although it actually, well, honestly, it actually would end up quite thick if you put a lot of stuff in the pockets. But I'm imagining, and let me have a look, I'm imagining that it could actually go into something. So let's have a look. Right. I think I'd like to use these for something else. So let's have a look through and see what else there is. There's a lot of paraphernalia. I actually just like the maps at the moment. This has got lots of information. It's probably all a bit old. Oh, that's bright. Oh, that's bright. Those ones will definitely need some gesso. Right, what's on the back of here? Okay. Of course, if I'm putting this, because this is already a decent size, and I was happy about that. This is basically, that is how much, is this on screen? Yes. This is how much I folded up to get this size. So, let's see, perhaps we can make a signature that this will fit into. Right, let me just see how. So always with this, it's creative. We're just designing it on the spot half the time. We might get an idea. And thanks, Deborah. I love that idea. I loved watching that one. If our signature was this size, which is quite a big, it's quite a decent size for a travel book, isn't it, when you think about it? This could go in here, tucked in. There's not really a lot to... All right, let's look at it from this angle. Unless I cut some of this off the top and down, which I could, I've given myself room. I've given myself room with that. I've given myself room to do that if I wanted to. So imagine if this was tucked into a tuck spot here, which I can make this longer. Let's just make that even. That's maybe not got quite enough above and below. All right, I've made a decision. Doing it. I'm going to be cutting my stitches. I don't think there's any other way of doing it. Yeah, definitely. You need to have enough down the bottom, enough down the top to hold it in firm. And I imagine I will add something to this flap. Okay, I'm going to take some off just to get it to fit a bit better. Okay, so what I've decided, just by looking at this and by cutting that down a little bit and having this as something that's going to pull out, I've decided that the problem with the top and the bottom is that there's really still, even cutting it down, there's still not really enough room. So I'm going to imagine that this is going to be paper clipped into this signature like that. All right, I'm going to just make this a bit longer. So back to the page, because then I'll have to go off and gesso it again. It may be that this whole entire book ends up might just be all gessoed. That'll be fun, won't it? It'll take a while. What about this? Ah. That might be nice. I could just use a slither from there. Yeah, I'll save New Zealand for another day, as we do. One of my daughter's favourite places to visit is New Zealand. I think she cries whenever she sees a haka. Sometimes I do too, honestly. Okay, this is just going to overlap over here. It can reinforce it even if I bring it up even closer. Right, I'll just glue it for now and then I'll work out where I'm cutting it. I'm using actually Fabric Fix so as it has a quick grab while I'm doing this. Or 3-in-1, whatever you want to call it. Wherever you're from. Clear glue, that's what we'll call it. That so as it matches. So I think I would like to use one of these lines on this grid. So I'm just getting a bit more to hold it in. So about here or here. And who knows, maybe I won't gesso that and I will just leave Australia there. I definitely want to gesso the back though, but I'm going to leave this here. Not liking the pointy corners today. It's just not liking them. Didn't do that properly. Okay, well there you have it. I will, as with most of these projects, I'm finding that because this is the first time I've done one, so you know, by the time I've hit this point, I'm going, you know what, this is something that is going in a bigger project and a bigger book. So I'm really glad that I was worried about when I finished the 100 days that I might not know what to do or have anything to do. But I realise I have all these projects I've started, bits and pieces, and I will come back to them. I might even do this. I don't even know what's going to be happening tomorrow. I don't know what the day 90 is. I've forgotten. No, I do. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Maybe I will actually use some of Leonardo da Vinci's travel machines and make something else for this. I'm going to go off and gesso this, and this is it for day 89, and I'll come back with day 90 and add to it and just keep adding. And obviously I've got a project to do once I finish my 100 days, which is good. Happy about that. Anyway, I'll stop waffling now. I'll stop waffling, and have a good day. Bye for now.